Hello everyone, welcome to SF Virtual Lab, your gateway to hand-on learning without leaving your screen. I am passionate about bringing the excitement of scientific experiment right to your fingertips. Now it is the UI of SF Virtual Lab. Now this is the lab sections which includes basic programming, data structures, physics lab, then mathematics, electronics, basic computer, digital electronics and many more in future. Now let's begin by exploring the basic programming virtual lab. The sections covers fundamental topics including variables to structures as well as in object-oriented programming concepts such as encapsulation to constructible. We can choose a recursion. So our website contains 3 sections: theory, simulation and quiz. Now you can see this is the theory sections. Now let's move to the simulation sections. For example, we can choose a factorial. Then there is a language option like Python, JavaScript, C++. So it displays the code in different language. Now input, for example, I can find the factorial of 6 and there is a speed controller. So we can adjust this speed of a simulation. Now we can run the simulation. So you can see how the factorial of a number is happens, like call stack, value stack is created. That now same for a Fibonacci series. This is an example how Fibonacci works. Now let's an example with a string. It contains theory sections which covers all the topics. Now move to simulations. So this is a simulation. Let's suppose we input. There is a many operations like we find the length, size, index of. Let's suppose we find the length of that string. So click execute button. So it finds the length of a string. Now if we move inheritance, then it contains theory. In simulation, it contains 3 parts: single inheritance, multiple and multi-level. Let's suppose if I click a single inheritance, then the simulation of it single inheritance runs like basic details field. So it can run the simulations. Now the next one, like constructor. So we can directly move to the simulation part. This is the simulation in which different languages of codes are displaying. To DSA Virtual Lab. All the topics like basic data structure, searching, sorting, dynamic programming, trees. Let's suppose in advanced simulations, we can see the simulation of trees. It contains same theory sections, simulation and quiz. Now we move to the simulation parts. So there is a 4 button, like for normal binary search tree, then AVL and red block. For example, if insert, then it creates a tree. You can see how the tree is created. Now for AVL and binary search tree, it will create an AVL tree. Now if you move to the graph simulation, then there is input section for graph edges. So we can input the edges of graph. When I click create button, then it create a graph. With that, in that put up, it also shows the edges and nodes of that graph. We can also run the basics like Prim's algorithm, so we can find it. To the searching algorithm, like we move to bubble sort. So this is a simulation of that bubble sort. I can input a custom array also and also generate a random array. For example, we generate a random array, then there is a speed controls. So I move it to 60 milliseconds. When I click sorting button, then it's sorting that array with simulation and also show the description of that how the simulation works. Recursion and backtracking. In that topics, we have an important topics like tower of. So here is a simulation of that. You can see how the tower of is created. Let's suppose we choose a number of disk here. There is a steps also. You can run the simulation in steps and autoplay. So it can generate automatically the simulation. Below this, there is a description which describes the whole simulation, what's happening and virtual lab for class preschool student to a class 12th students, which cover all the topics, which cover mostly all the topics for preschool. We can move to simple pattern. Then there is a small state every section. Then this is the simulation. For elementary school students, like we move to adding and subtractions, how the adding and subtraction work. Time and money virtual lab. So you can see this is a virtual lab of basic geometry in which point, line segment and all the simulation is working, like how the line is created, line segment, types of line, arrays, angles. There is a four type of graph representations. Pictorial bar, we create a graph, how the graph is created, then on click show line. Now this is a pictorial representation in which countings are there, like for 3 it can represent the 3 characters. Here is the geometry totals. And there is an option for statistics and probability. Let's first choose the statistics. So we can calculate the mean using simulation for using inputs of data and frequencies. Also add rows for more data when click. So it can find the value of fx, then sum of frequencies and display formulas and find the value of result. In which there is a 2 types of function, linears and quadratics. Using input, it create a graph of that functions. Like in school student, basically for 9th to 12th student. Let's suppose we move to the quadratic. You can see how the simulation is working. Lab in which there is a virtual lab for class and 1 to 12th virtual lab in which first introduction to computer, so basic knowledge of computer components like keyboard, screen and menu. And then the new virtual lab for software and new applications. how to use an internet. For what is the internet, what is the use of it, like for searching anything in a web application. So students learn how the circuit is work, basic circuit is work. Then I have a magnets and electromagnets. Then to get the here, you can also see image, truth tables, and many more options. Also find the values of that. How the communication electronics work with the graph, like within a change of noise level, the frequency of graph will change, the graph pattern will change. You can see here. There is a many options for customizations like modulation, index changes, carrier frequency changes, and many more. We plan to expand into a very numerous additional virtual labs. Thanks for watching.